It's a stinking gutter oil manufacturer, but one customer sees it as a treasure and even offers to buy the gutter oil at a high price. The black boy asked him if he was going to open a restaurant. The man tells him with a mocking face, "It's scary to be uneducated. I'm going to use it to gas up my car." Gutter oil is full of energy. All you have to do is remove the dregs, then heat it up a bit and put some sodium methanol in it. It turns into biodiesel for cars. Black Batty was very impressed. But just as he was about to load up his car and head home, a police car on patrol caught up with him. The policewoman said, "It's school time. How can you let your kids do your work for you?" The son told him, "I'm in class right now." The policewoman said, "Well, what's the lesson?" The boy said, "Gym class." The supervising policewoman, however, was not relentless in asking her, "What can you teach your child to understand if he doesn't go to school?" Hearing this, the man said that he knew everything about astronomy and geography, so why should he pay money to the school for a diploma? He then began to boast to the policewoman. The policewoman wanted to refute, but felt that he was quite right. "I did not expect a maintenance worker so cultured." Unbeknownst to her, the man in front of her is one of the top scientists of this century. He often makes inventions that are difficult for people to understand. For example, this fire and ice machine, as the name suggests, uses fire instead of electricity to make. The son looks at his father with admiration, but wonders what he can do to change his family's situation. The man patiently explains to him that this is certainly not useful in our country, but if we patent it and take it to poor countries that lack electricity, it will help the local people to preserve their food. Once he gets the patent, he'll be rich overnight, in order to change his family's living conditions. The man sent the patent paperwork to the authorities. But a scientist with such a heart for people has to work odd jobs every day to support his family. After working hard all day, he can only get a poor $1.25 under the exploitation of his boss. Some of you may not understand. How can a top scientist be in such a bad situation? It all started with an invention he made years ago, because what he created touched the capital's cake. Under the effect of his supernatural power, the man was wanted by both the black and white. He had no choice but to take his family on the run. In just a few years, he changed his identity 6 times, he's moved a dozen times. He doesn't even allow his children to go to school or use cell phones. Once he was found, he threw them away and moved on. But year after year, day after day, his wife finally couldn't take the misery anymore. He decided to ask his elderly parents for help, so he went to a public phone booth to talk to them, but the words were swallowed back. He didn't want them to worry and just said happy birthday and hung up in a hurry, unbeknownst to him. The phone call had completely revealed his location. On the way back, she found her husband's reply to the patent application in her mailbox and rushed home to give it to him. Once passed, they would never have to live this hard life again. But not surprisingly, the patent application failed. Once again, because his invention will make many capital companies go bankrupt and close down. The man had no choice but to storm the door of his room in a frenzy that it seems that he is complaining about the injustice of the world.